Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign. There is still none, day 13 of 21. So today, of course it's the weekend, happy weekend. It's also Christmas Eve's Eve, not quite Christmas Eve, but the day before Christmas Eve. So we have that, welcome Christmas, or Christmas, Happy New Year's Eve Eve. Did I say Christmas both times? You know what I mean. Wrong holiday. But yeah, New Year's Eve. But anyways, as far as what we're going to be doing tonight, we should be able to finish out a ton of events. We'll be able to finish out the holiday event, which is finishing tomorrow. So whatever you want to get in, make sure to do today or tomorrow. With our free battles today, that should be enough to reach the power orb. And apparently I overspent by 50 gems because I could have saved 50. We just waited till tomorrow. But oh well, we'll get the power orb tonight, I guess, and then we don't have to do any of the battles tomorrow. Aside from that, we'll be doing a lot of PvP to stream. Like a lot of PvP. Like probably upwards of an hour, because we are currently 4th place and I want to be 3rd place, so we are going to move to 3rd place, either all of it or a good majority of it. Not sure if we'll do all of it, because as you can see based on our battle disparity, they are getting way more points than us. Oh no, in all fairness, I have taken the 1 trophy fight quite a few times, but that's not always less VP. It's sometimes actually even more VP, but still it is often less. But anyways, yeah, we're still trying to get that last 5k to go and take 3rd place. Actually, pretty low 3rd place compared to what I've been here for some people. We only need to get like 24,000, like 25,000 probably by the end of the week in order to get 3rd place, which is half a deed book, which is pretty worth it. We're already pretty much there, so yeah, obviously we're going to keep going. Oddly enough, it's actually a little bit lower than some of our weeks. We've been averaging like 30-something thousand, and we only got, well, we're up to that number right now. Obviously, by the end of the stream, we'll be closer to 24-ish thousand. And by end of tomorrow, who knows, we'll be at like 30,000, we'll see. But obviously that is far, far from the leaderboard. Leaderboard's like, what, 100k just for top? It is. It's 103k right now just for top cut. If you were to go like truly, truly high. Oh gosh, a lot of these people are going to be in our bracket the next few weeks too. And like perpetually forever. I'm scared to see what this will look like 3 weeks from now when we're in Diamond Rank. Like this right here will be like, you make 15th place. If you get like 55,000 or something. I don't know, I'll have to wait and see. But for now, yeah, like 25 to 30,000 is going to be a 3rd place by the end of it. And there isn't much of a gain from going from 3rd to 1st. While there is a little bit of a difference there, it's pretty minuscule. So I'm happy just taking a 3rd if it saves us that much time. So that is what we shall do, but not quite yet. Well, let's go clear out all the other things first before we get into that. Quite a few events we have to go finish out, and the one that we'll start with is the holiday event. I did overspend by 50 gems, but today we shall be able to finish it then, because we did. So let's go finish it. We only need like 2-3 more fights. And of course, they got the New Year's skulls already out as well for 2024. Gosh, I can't believe it's almost 2024 already. Anyone got any of those New Year's resolutions? I don't have any for mine quite yet. I'm not sure. Though, this most recent year, I have successfully not drinking any soda. Though I kind of want to go back to soda. Maybe that's one way we celebrate. Maybe on the 1st, which would be next Monday. Oh, the only problem with that is I don't have any soda in the house. I was going to say, maybe one way we celebrate is like the first day of the year. We go have some soda on stream. Because I have successfully gone a whole year with no soda. Not counting like those 2 root beer floats I had while I was away on holiday seeing my dad. But beyond that, ignoring that, we have not had soda all year. For the first and probably only year ever. Because I'm definitely going back to soda. Not to like as much of a degree as I probably did pre 1 year with no soda. However, yeah, I'm still going back to it. I can never give up soda forever. But anyways, hello everyone. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Alex. Hello, Bill. Hello, Isabel. I said that twice. Hello, Al. I've said that twice too. Hello, yeah. Hello, let's see. Hello, Minnie. Let's see. Did I spend the holiday event for the pet? Yes. You normally want to go for 1 copy of the armor, 1 copy of the troop, 6 copies of the pet, so that you can get the golden version. And then the rest you dump into a power orb if you have any spears. If you still haven't gone for any yet, the highest priority I would probably say is the armor. If you're looking for... Well, actually, then again, that returns. I guess the highest priority would be to get the pet 6 times. Second highest priority would be the armor. Third highest priority would be the troop. And then the 4th of the ones that have any priority would be the power orb, which is why we went for it last. But yeah, 6 copies of the pet probably would be first priority. as we've never seen the golden pets ever return before, though they're just cosmetic. And it would also, along the way, give you a max version of the non-cosmetic version of it. The non-cosmetic version does go back into drop table, but the golden one has never returned up to this point, though they are purely cosmetic. Will we do a countdown stream tomorrow? No, I probably won't be streaming around the time of New Year's. Because I'll be calling a bunch of family, everything else. Spending time with them. So, we will be doing a stream tomorrow night, but it won't overlap with, like, the time of New Year's. Well, it depends what time zone you're in, I guess. Like, we're still doing our stream tomorrow night for, like, an hour or 2 hours. But, unless your New Year's coincides at the exact time, we will not be around at my time's New Year. But if your New Year's happens to coincide at this time tomorrow, or within that hour or two range, yeah, we'll probably still be streaming around then. Because we can still have to finish out whatever PvP grind we might still have to do. Because we 100% are going to make sure we get at least 3rd place this week. Probably not going to aim for any higher just because of how big of a gap it is. But we are going for 3rd. And of course, there's our Orb of Power for only a couple hundred gems. Very nice, cheap Orb of Power. Don't really need it, but we'll hopefully have something to use on in the future. And there we go. That is the event completed. Now let's go to the next event we need to go do. Not campaign, not adventure. Where's, there, the sleigh bells. Alright, let me go clear out this. Oh, we didn't do yesterday's fights either. Wait, is the guild done? Oh, never mind. We don't need to do any. Thank you, guild, for carrying us. Oh, our score must be really low then. Ah, we're fine. We're the leader of the guild and dead last. We're just leading by example. Also, thank you, Isabel and Beowulf. And Azala. Azala, don't kick me. Honestly, if Azala was the guild leader, I'd be kicked like 20 times by now. But hey, guild leader privileges, I guess. Well, we got max points. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, thank you, guild, for carrying us once again. Oh, we get to play Guess the Door. Let's go do some Guess the Door. Start a poll. I'll let you do a poll for it for once. Guess that door. Alright, there we go. 4, 5, or 6. 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Start poll. Let's see which one we get. Now let's go do the other fights while we're waiting. I just realized we actually got the benefit room too. That's kind of nice. A little bit of a buff, and I'm not sure what buff it was. I think it was like Barrier or something, or Bless. Most run Zolgoth team doesn't really matter too much. Oh, hello, Solitary. Hello, Emanator. Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's been enjoying the time off and holiday. I'll take that one over. Ouch, has anyone gotten a lot of snow yet? I still haven't seen any snow, though in all fairness, this area never sees snow. I refuse to believe snow can even spawn here. It can be below freezing level and it'll still refuse to snow here. It just doesn't like snowing in this area. Like, there are days it's literally below 30 degrees Fahrenheit and it still doesn't snow. I'll throw explosion. I'll take the yellow just to get things rolling. What I really need is purple, but it refuses to give us any. Everything is like right at getting full mana, yet nothing's actually at full mana. Alright, what's the biggest threat here? I guess you, because you're about to cast. Then you, because no particular reason. Then my mana accumulator dies, which is the worst time for you to have done that. Luckily we got our surge there, get our other poke on the only thing that does any damage. And now he's got to find this thing's full mana in this match. It's just been cold in the mornings. Alright, what's the poll currently at? Looks like an overwhelming 5. That is a very high 5 vote this time. 4 is in dead last, so you know it's 4. But yeah, we'll take 5, even though there's a 100% chance it's 4. Let's see. Yep. No, 6! Wow. That's not ideal. Yeah, 5 and 4 was wrong. We got ultra gypped today. It was a 6 after all. Though we already got a perfect, I believe, this week, so... We already got our weekly perfect. That's always nice to see another. Anyways, what else do we still have to clear out? Already did that pet. Other events already done. Is it really just under Spire now? And daily adventure board, I guess. I haven't even touched PvP yet today, so we'll get all that done when we do our PvP grind very soon. Yeah, I think it's just under Spire, unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, and adventure board, I guess. Anything good on adventure? Oh yeah, I did see this earlier. We get Imperial today. I did see this when I was peeking at it earlier. Well, let's go claim it now. Oh, you got a ton of key chests. Should you save them for kingdoms next week? Every single key can pretty much be opened immediately except for 2. The only 2 keys you shouldn't open the second you get them when you're early on in the game are event keys and seal keys. Seal keys you want to open ideally when your guild has 40,000 plus seals. But bare minimum when your guild has 20,000 plus seals. If your guild has no chance of really getting to 40,000. But otherwise, just do it at 20,000. But you should never do it at anything less than 20,000. Ideally, nothing less than 40,000, but either or. Aside from that, the only other key other than guild keys that you shouldn't open immediately are event keys. Event keys should be opened on kingdoms that is better to do the event key drop table from. This week actually is an okay drop table to do as an earlier player. So if you do have some event keys, you can also throw those right now too. As there's a lot of low rarity stuff that's absurdly good right now, like Leprechaun, for example. If you don't have Leprechaun, you should throw like every last event key you have right now until you have Leprechaun between today and tomorrow. Because it is so good. There's also a few other good things in drop table right now that's pretty low rarity, like Queen of Tanya and Child of Summer. So if you're missing those options, they could be pretty helpful. Especially if you haven't finished out all the events this week, as there are quite a few that Queen of Tanya is good for. Though even outside of this event week, she's still pretty good. Lester, I see all of your comments. I just don't read them all. Let's see. Wait, is he actually going to gift me Orc Massage? I haven't actually checked my Steam to see. Do I randomly have a gift of that in my Steam thing? Because I did add him. I assumed it was just a joke. I didn't think it was actually a real thing. Do I actually have a... No, I don't see it. Wait, there's 2 new items in my inventory. What is this? I think those are just trading cards from probably a microtransaction in Gems of War. Yeah, I think that was just from that. Okay, that's fine. Interesting. Let's see. Gosh, I have a lot of random junk in my storage thing right now. Wow. I'm like looking through it all right now. Wow, I have so much junk. I remember when I actually used to like trade and collect these and sell them. There was a point where I was like merching on Steam at one point, like ages upon ages back. Mostly during the Dota 2 days. But gosh, I haven't touched Steam's workshop, or not workshop, whatever you'd call it, marketplace since like 2016, I want to say. But gosh, I still have so much junk in there. Also, which probably worth nothing. Though I'm pretty sure a few of the Dota 2 items still kept value. I sold off most of it before I went away, but some of it was still there. I'll need to go through it at some point. I'll magically have like an extra 1,000 on my Steam account one day. We'll see a random menu that shows how much we have in our Steam account. I think right now this is like 75. If we were to sell like literally every piece of junk I have, I'm pretty sure we could almost get up to 1,000. I just can't be bothered to do that, but I should at some point. Before it's worth literal nothing. Who knows, maybe some of them did go up. Anyways, what are we doing here? We did that, we did that, we did that. We did that. I think the only thing left then is... Are we already at the Underspire? I guess so. Let's do like Underspire and then do PvP. Oh yeah, we left at the Beacon of Boss Store. We just randomly had a straight up boss room up here. Like literally vertical line to the middle of nowhere. Like here's where everything is. It's nice in the middle. And then boss room, just straight line up to middle of nowhere. Pretty funny. But anyways, let's go take it. Actually, did we already take it? Oh no, we already took it. Wait, we already took the boss room. Alright, well, let's go do the door then. Yeah, that's where we left off last stream. Is we just unlocked the door by taking out the boss room with our final torch. Alright, let's go into the final area. You tried gifting Genki a game, but the Steam said it was not allowed because it's a different region. Oh, yeah, I think they do that to prevent people in some regions where it's, like, really cheap to get games from giving it to people who it would cost more money for. Because that was one strategy that used to be done in the past, too, from our merching days, is people in countries where games are, like, super, super cheap, at least relative to, you know, like the USD or the Euro or something similar. In countries where the currency is a bit cheaper, people would go and buy up games, and they would be able to get it for super cheap, but then sell it to other people for more money, because they'd be able to buy it for effectively cheaper than the retail price of other regions. So they might actually have some people region locked, so they can't do that anymore. Because otherwise, areas that have like cheaper currencies will just sell to higher currencies, and they could literally buy like any game and make a profit off of it by gifting it to other people. I assume they made it so you can't do that anymore, which might be the current problem with that. Because I know that used to be done a lot in the past. I needed that. I was literally about to cast that button. That would have been such a perfect board for it. Apparently, we'll just have to kill Queen Titania and Skulls. What do we need here? We'll take that one over. Get our Explosion. He could actually legitimately win this fight. I was not expecting this to be a loss. But we can actually legitimately lose this fight at this rate. Especially if he kills my first slot right here. Don't do it. Oh, you're good, he didn't do it. Alright, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. How's the new mass mat doing? Good. We technically don't really use it, though, in a sense. Like, I do use it, but I also don't use it, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't use it as a mouse pad, if that makes sense. I more so use it like a mat. Because it has my computer and everything else on it, but it doesn't have my mouse on it. It's on a different mouse pad. Oddly enough, Isabel also got for us a little while back. Because the way that my setup is there's like an upper surface and then a bottom surface. Like, you know what, those desks that have like a wheel out keyboard and mouse? That is where my keyboard and mouse is. But the other mat is on top of my layout. But I never actually put my mouse on that layout, if that makes sense. So I'm using it. I'm just not using it, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm using the mouse pad, but I'm not using the mouse pad as a mouse pad. More so just a mat for everything, so it doesn't, like, what would you call it? Like, slide on the glass. It's more so just a friction protector. But it does what it needs to do. Alright, we'll throw that down. Why did I think there was 13 plus red on that board? Wow. Okay, that was nowhere near 13 plus. I'll go for our amount of mana there. I would love if anything on my team wasn't webbed. Gonna have to take this just so he doesn't web us. What on earth is he doing that webs us every turn? And since when did these battles get so hard? Am I actually gonna legitimately lose one? Do we actually have to go to a safe team? Because at this rate, we're about to lose the fight. I think I just let him have the skull. I think I just let him have the other skull. Nice. Very lucky skull there. If you could just magically get full mana, that'd be great. Nice. That will do. Yeah, we might finally have to switch to a safer team. That or stop going up against web teams every single fight somehow. Let's see. Throw that one down. Do I have any alignment here? Yeah, we'll go for it right there. Hopefully there's enough reds for 13 plus as well. It is exactly enough. Take that one over. Get a little skull poke. Throw another one down. Throw another one down. We'll take another. And that's almost match. So close to that level. Ooh, are we just gonna get straight path? Because that one's already going up, so we know we're gonna have to go up at least 2. Because it can't go over to the left there because that's already confirmed room. Ooh. We might have to make no decisions that are incorrect for a while. That's always nice to see. Nice straight path just going through. Alright, we can throw that down. Grab a red. Double poke with that. Do I have any alignment here? No. It is a lot of mana. That's not enough to justify casting it. Right, straight line. We already knew this would be a straight line. Here, Forfeit can start diverging if it wants to, though. This was the final confirmed just line going on. Alright, we'll take that one. Get our purple into a red. No, we got double red from Sky, but I needed one more for it to actually extra turn. Unfortunate. Do I have a Cascade there? I do not somehow. I guess I just go for Leprechaun and hope we get lucky. We did indeed get lucky. And 13 plus red still, so I can just go straight into mana. I can't Cascade the other one, so I'm just going to take a red. He'll take a skull. And then we take another red. Exactly so. Surge is full mana, and it is Surge. And dead? No, not quite. One more will do it. Should've gotten the other one up then. That's going to take longer to get this one up. No, we didn't Surge. That's fine, though. And that is dead. Yeah, this team's definitely falling off now that we're getting this steep, but the alternative is not ideal, so we're probably just going to stick with it. We might lose, like, one fight because of it. I guess on the very, very last fight, we might want to switch to something safer. I still prefer the speed that this team has over the other one, even though it has a higher risk of losing. Oh, why did I do that? I could have still gone for the convert, but I guess we can go for even more value now. Yeah, we got both of them. Oh no, we're one red short. I should have taken the other mana. That gets a lot of stuff off the board. Biggest issue would be if he revives, and he's about to. I have no counterplay to that. I would have to kill him right now, which is impossible unless I get really lucky Leprechaun. Oh, thank you, Leprechaun. Actually, that was Invisible Sight, so that technically wasn't luck. That Explode was fully Invisible Sight. Oh, wow. He just transformed into an egg? Interesting. It's always funny that that can happen. The dragon egg can summon a baby dragon that then becomes an egg that then becomes a baby dragon that then becomes something else. Yeah, the baby dragon went back into egg form. We'll take that one down. Which is bad because that is so tanky now. Just don't summon another dragon as we kill it. Don't do it? Okay, good. I just need him not to do it and we'll be golden. Only my team will survive that long. Come on, random skulls, random anything. Oh, he's about to summon, that's not ideal. Start stacking up some AoEs. Luckily, summon should be a pretty low level. Yeah, that's barely anything. He came in at level, what level was it? Level 60, because it's based on his magic. Even though he himself is a level 207, his magic is level 60, so he comes in at a level 60 summon. Players would do that too, but it's capped at level 20. So you normally don't get to see that mechanic under player-owned teams. But when it's a full AI team, you can actually see that happen. Where things come in at a substantially lower level because of that. We need 2 pokes to kill him. Can we randomly find 2 pokes before he summons? Well, it doesn't even matter because he can summon it or die at the same time as the summon. Just don't revive. Alright, good. He did not 25% us. Oh, that was a really annoying transform. One of the bulkiest things you could have transformed into other than like a spell reduction dragon. Oh, so hello, Haley! Hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome. I kind of want to switch to a quicker team, but the problem is we don't really have access to a quicker team. Best thing we have is the Emerald Dragon, which is safer, but not as quick as Queen Titania. Because it's a lot better at not dying compared to Queen Titania. Its damage output is lower. Oh, we have alignment. Might as well go for it. Somehow got no purple from that. Should be enough red for our extra turn. Into another extra turn. Into Leprechaun, into full mana. Into another extra turn. And it doesn't even matter because we already won. Oh, found a door with no decisions need to be made. That's always nice to see. Now we actually got to make a decision and immediately take the wrong path. Oh, hello, Sani! Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Oh, hello, Solitary as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Alright, let's go further down the explosion, see if we can get anything else going here. Do we have alignment on that? No, I'm just gonna take a purple. We don't have alignment there, so we'll go for a nice little poke. Get our mana back up with the queen if we ever can. If it'll ever let me. No alignment. Oh, yes, we do. Never mind, right there. And we can do that. Straight into that. Into hopefully just 13 plus red. There is. Perfect. Fire doing some work there as well. Take a bunch of red. Take a bunch more red. I have another Queen to Tanya. I kind of want to get full mana on the other one first before we do that. Oh, I could take it 5 times red first, but I guess that works out still. One short of 13 plus red, but that is enough to kill. And there we go. Alright. Oh, wow. Never mind. I still don't need to make a single decision yet. Wow. We got really lucky with our path. We are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at minimum 8 rooms in. Or technically 9, because we already know the next one. It has to be up. So we're 9 rooms in without having to make a decision. We've been getting really lucky on some sections. 2 weeks ago, we had a section 1. That the entire... If you took every single room, you would have only taken 1 incorrect room. And we did. We took every single possible room, and it was still only 1 incorrect room. Not counting dead-end rooms. But, even if we went down every alleyway, it was only 1 incorrect room total. It's kind of insane. But we're getting a path like that pretty similar right now. It's in the final section. We've seen it in the final section quite a few times. It's really rare to see it in the first section. Because it never seems to happen there. This is at least our 5th time that we've had a final section like this. It's basically just a straight path. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At minimum 10 rooms without having to make it a single decision. Because we've only had 1 path so far. I think our longest chain has been 12 in a row. Where not a single decision had to be made at all. I was gonna give him extra turn skull. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, it did. Never mind. I was right the first time. Are we gonna lose this fight? Because we're taking a lot of damage. And I don't have Fair Fire on him because we didn't get any extra turns from all that. My first lot's dead. Oh, he has a ton of revive too. I almost forgot about that. That's actually a lot of revive. And transform more so, not even revive. But if he gets a single transform, that's going to be really annoying. He hasn't gotten it yet, which is pretty lucky on our part. I can't take a cascade here. That's just some really elaborate one. Oh, wait, there is. Hold up. We can do that. Then take that. Then take this. Then hope an extra turn. Nice. Then we just get our last little bit of mana, and that should be good. Take a purple, I guess. Alright, that could have gone really bad, but didn't. Oh, we finally have to make a decision. Unless one of these is immediately going to dead end again. Okay, I need to count how many this is. I'm not sure if this is our newest record. This is pretty close to the highest number we've had. I don't think it's the highest number ever, though, that we've had. Though it is still pretty high. How big of a chain we just got. I think that's an 11 room, no decision needed. Oh, nice. We have the full Fairy Fire. That's a lot of damage. Oh, did we just wipe already? I think that was a turn 1 win. That was really quick. Oh, no. We finally have to make a decision. How many was it, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10-room chain without needing to make a single decision. But we kind of already know this one's about to dead end at least once. Might even double dead end. I don't feel like that's the way to go. We're going to go left first. That one's just dead ending too much. Plus this left path probably goes next to that guy. So we're going to go left. And then we'll finish it tomorrow. Probably with our free battles. We'll go an extra 50 gems just so we can also get some dead end rooms. But overall, Underspire went pretty good this week. We'll go hand out a code as soon as we finish out Underspire and a few more fights. And after that, or actually say a few more fights, aren't we? At 1 torch left. And then after that, we'll go and do PvP the rest of the stream. Because we're probably going to be doing about an hour of PvP or so. I might even just throw down the EXP boosters, a couple of them with it, just so we can get some of them done. Just so we don't have to keep doing the Dust Devil. We get a lot less XP for it, but XP's still XP. We'll take it. I would love if I could actually cast. Thank you. There we go. We're getting so few extra turns. Not a single one is even fair fired yet. That's how you really know this team is not getting a single extra turn. Not a single enemy's fair fired. Oh, in all fairness, they also have immune. That could also be why. What if the immunity has anything to do with it? In all fairness, I think that was the first extra turn I'll fight, though. Alright, what do we need here? I guess just ignore the skull. Yeah, that one I won't, though. Get a Queen of Tawny in there. I don't even have any revive or anything, so we should be fine. We don't have any alignment, though, which is not ideal. Not much we can do with this board. Nothing we could do over there either. Take a purple, I guess. At some point, we'll be able to cast her. We've gone this whole fight without having, like, any alignment at all, and she died before she could even get it. There we go. Couldn't even get it once. I think this path has promise. Because how far off is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The boss room is right there. Alright, we're pretty much there already. And even if it's not, it's only going to be a few rooms in the other way. But it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boss room right there. I was expecting Marso to be right there, but that works. Alright, nice. Alright, well, we'll finish out under Spire tomorrow. Let's go hand out a code, and then I think the only thing left is go do a ton of PvP. Like a ton of PvP. Like maybe even more than an hour, we'll see. Depends how much I feel up to this tonight. But realistically, just a lot of PvP then. Just double checking that we don't have anything else that I might have forgotten. Other than just do PvP, which we're gonna be doing anyways. And I guess throw down some XP boosters. So we don't have to keep running them separately. Alright, let's go hand out a code. And then we'll go on the PvP grind. Covered a video as well for all the teams this week, which will probably have quite a bit of overlap into next week. We'll find out next week. But here you guys go. Also, we're really close to getting the next pet, too. We're going to have the next pet in about 200 silvers, I believe. And then from there, the rest is just going to be excess. This will be the first time we actually build up excess silver marks. So far, I have only ever gotten the minimum we needed per week. But this will be our first week where we have more than what we need. You have over 70k points and you're third place in your league? Oh gosh. Yeah, I got really lucky with mine. We're about to third place with like 25,000. But next week we'll probably need like 60-something thousand. It's one of the reasons I didn't go too crazy with it this week. Is I figured going into the next year, we're going to have to do a ton of it anyways. So I went a little bit later this time. I say that, we're still going pretty far with it. But relative to our bracket, we're just doing like bare minimum third. I guess that's technically not bare minimum. Bare minimum would be make top 7. Also, of course, the second I'm not using that troop anymore, we have a perfect brown to red alignment. Literally the exact second we're not using her anymore. She finally gets a use. I feel like that happened a lot back during the Mercy meta. When Mercy was on like every team. I feel like every time you took off Mercy from your team, you would get a perfect yellow to purple alignment. Like your starting board would look like this with a 5 times and a 4 times just sitting there. Yet the second you put Mercy on your team, you'll go like 10 fights in a row without seeing a single alignment off a starting board. I would love if we saw some mana. There we go. That'd be funny if that shuffle actually didn't give us mana. There's a chance it didn't. Yeah, next week will be insane. I'm really curious to see what the first week of Diamond rank will be like. Because the first week of Diamond rank means every single PvP up to that point, every single person in your bracket would have made the top 7 or so. That would be like 4 top 7s in a row. Which means everyone in your bracket is going to be absurdly hard. Like, bare minimums are going to be like 100,000 or something. To make top 3. Like, something absolutely absurd. Yeah, going forward, you're going to have to do like 100,000 plus. At least for the first month. I feel like January is going to be the hardest month ever to make leaderboard. For two reasons. Everyone still needs gold marks. Well, I guess technically you'll always need gold marks. Because gold marks are deed books, and everyone will always need deed books. With how it's scaled, people will still need deed books for at least another 5 years. So, everyone will still need those deed books, so there'll always be competition for it. But I feel like the first month in particular is going to be, like, the most brutal. Like, January is going to be the hardest month ever to make a leaderboard. I feel like it'll cool down a bit after time. Because I don't feel like everyone will keep grinding that much over a long duration of time. Unless they keep changing PvP to make it more worth it. But I feel like January will be the hardest month to do, and then after that, it's not going to be as bad. So I just saw that thing shiny on the other screen. I don't think I've ever seen this thing shiny. It actually looks really cool. I don't even think I have that shiny, now that I think about it. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. Oh, is the calendar for next month out already? I didn't see that, actually. Let's go show it on stream, might as well. Before we get too invested into PvP, let's go show it real quick. Might have to show it some tomorrow night as well. Yeah, let me go check the website. Hopefully the link isn't broken. Let's see. Here's the calendar. Yep, January calendar. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can't zoom in. Give me a second. Wait, I forgot. I can't zoom in. And for whatever reason, you can't make new tab in this interface. Give me a second. What's the easiest way of doing this? Let's see. Where's my Gems of War tab? There it is. Let's see. No, not here. gemsofwar.com. Then I click over here. Then I grab that. No, not that. I need the other one. Then I grab that. Copy, copy, copy. Alright, I think we got it. Let's see. Now I go back over here. Paste that right in there. There we go. Alright, now we can zoom in. Alright, so what were we doing here? So we got ourselves a new month. With a new month, we got ourselves a Tower of Doom next week. However, the most noteworthy thing is we're getting the Midnight Kingdom. The Midnight Kingdom is being released on the 1st. Literally 2 days from now. Next Monday. So that is right around the corner then. Fire Rift is the faction for the place. This is the Kingdom pet. Class Trial we have none because we're getting a new class that Friday for the new hero class. And apparently we also have a Tower of Doom event. Oh, no. Tower of Doom is the week-long event. Never mind. It's just a class trial that week. I forgot. This is the starting event. So we have a Tower of Doom then going into a class event on Friday. Keep in mind there is no class event on Thursday. Because for whatever reason, it's not possible for the game to do 2 class events back-to-back. So whenever there's a Friday class event, there is no Thursday class event. Yeah, we're getting a new hero class, new pet, and new kingdom next week. Then we have a standard raid event. Volpacia is finally getting an event. I feel like they haven't had one in ages. I don't think we have the shiny pet for that yet. Whatever that one pet thingy is called. Speaking of pets, what on earth is that pet? Oh, so I like how they have a red marking when it's new. To distinguish that it is new. Quarter Foxes, faction, this is standard. This is standard pet. Standard class event. Anything cool happening that Friday? Oh yeah, we have 2 vault events next week. Or next month. Back to back on weeks almost. Like 2 weeks apart from each other. Then we have a journey. I'm not sure what kind of cool troop we're getting. This should be a new category of journey troops, I believe. Unless they're going to keep adding mana accumulation ones. We have it for Forest of Thorns. Aside from that, seems like a pretty standard Forest of Thorns week. The most interesting thing will be what is that journey troop. Oh, we do get a new faction that week, though. And when it says new faction, it means a new faction for Midnight Kingdom. So actually, it will be a pretty big week then. We might get a really good journey troop on Monday, and we're going to get a new faction on Friday. Meaning that we might get multiple viable troops that week. Following week, we just have a pretty standard world events. Groshnok event week. We're getting some kind of new pet on Wednesday. What is that pet for? Is that the Lunar New Year pet? I think that's still too early. No, it can't be. What is 2024 anyways? What is the year of 2024 for the lunar calendar thingy? I don't remember what the most recent year was, but it's something. I don't remember what animal it was. This would be too early to be that. I can't think of what the bird is. Alright, it's the year of the dragon? Okay. So it's definitely not that bird then. Let's see. We got a Vault event. We do indeed have a Vault event. Yeah, back-to-back Vault events pretty much. 2 weeks away from each other. Apparently some gem sale going on there too. And then we end out with a Invasion Shentang. Doesn't look like we're getting anything interesting that week though. Also, all these are purple. I assume this is a Journey event or Legends Reborn event. I'm not sure why all of these are marked in blue. But I want to say we're going to have a Legends Reborn starting on that day. I see nothing here that indicates the words Legends Reborn. But I have no reason to... Like, I can't think of anything else that would last 2 weeks that they would mark it all in blue for. Because it's definitely not a holiday event. We just had one. So I think that might be a Legends Reborn event for the New Kingdom. Just to catch it up on pets immediately. That or some other kingdom. But if we do it for the New Kingdom, that means we'll have 5 pets for the kingdom. Up from just 1. Which would make a lot of sense, so... I assume that's what that is. We could actually check Terran's Road for that. Let's see. Under Spire World Event, Under Spire Kingdom Pass. Yeah, Kingdom Pass. Oh, it's the new Kingdom Pass system. I forgot that exists as well. Duh. They do a Kingdom Pass whenever a new kingdom comes out. I forgot. They shortened it to 2 weeks instead of 5 weeks, which is why it caught me off guard. Because it used to take like 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it was before, but then they shortened it to 2 weeks because it took way too long to do the previous system. Actually, I forget what this even is. This is only the second time ever I think we've had the reworked Kingdom Pass. It's been so long. I gotta forget how they reformatted it. It's been like a year. Like, it's been since last year's February or January or something. So it's been a solid year since we've had an event like this. They've only ever done 2 of them reworked like this, or technically 1. The one that we had last year, or technically this year, early this year. And then this one will be the only 2 that have happened since they reworked how it works. Because now it's only a 2-week event instead of a 5-week event. I forget exactly how that scales, but we'll see when it happens again. But yeah, Kingdom Pass. Kind of forgot about that. That adds more than just pets as well. That adds some troops and a bunch of other things too. It does slightly money gate a few of the troops initially though. Though we will be going for, I think it's only like 10 bucks or something. But it does initially money gate a couple of the troops. But they all will be free at a later point. The only thing I think still gets charged money is one of the weapons is normally the $5 weapon from the pass. And since the whole pass is $10 anyways, it's kind of worth just going for. Though I think the one that becomes money locked is normally the one on the free side, not the one on the paid side. Because every single $5 money locked weapon in the game always has a way of getting it for free initially. Like every $5 money locked weapon in the game at one point was free. So normally it's the weapon on the free side of the pass that actually becomes the money locked one after the event is over. So if you are playing 100% free to play, 100% make sure you finish it out. As that weapon all the way at the end of the free side is normally money locked. Whereas all the ones on the paid side are normally available for free later. They kind of switch places. Where the free one becomes money locked and all the money locked ones become free. Because every kingdom has a $5 weapon. But they're always available for free at least once before they become a $5 weapon. I said hello, Jason. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Andresia. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Dude, we got a lot of PvP ahead of us. I almost feel like farming a single location that's quicker as well once we have all of our silver marks. Because we still need to grind a good, almost 5,000. 4,500. And camping a single location like middle would speed it up a little. The only problem with that is we won't be earning silver marks along that way. There's just a few that's really annoying. I said hello, Tyrion. Did I not say hello to you? Welcome, welcome. I thought I already did it earlier. You come in late and sick? Oh no! Hope you feel better soon. I don't know, I just always assume I've said hello to you. Always. Because I saw your other comments. I didn't realize it didn't say hello. I hope you feel better soon. I do not spread it to us. Good luck with that. But if we do go to a location to farm, I think we actually do it in yellow, oddly enough. If I'm going to go try VP farming, I think yellow would be the quickest way. Because we have access to a really solid infinite loop while all the teams are still weak. The problem with if I do it in middle is our team will be really strong, but the enemy team will also be very annoying. But if we do it in yellow, our team will be decently strong, while the enemy team will be, like, literally just nothing. Like, even if we miss a few turns, they can't do anything against us. But if we go, like, middle, and we get, like, a really bad start, then we kind of just lose. But if we go to something like red, I mean, pure yellow will be perfectly fine. Honestly, we could do red, too. The problem with the red team is it doesn't have good of a mana starter. We don't really have a good empower to get everything rolling. You finally got your first Sentinel? Nice! Huge congrats. On your main account, I assume? Yeah, I'm still only at 2. Though, compared to some people's luck, that seems to be ahead of the curve. Honestly, that's gonna be such a grind. Like, they've been out for a little over a month now, right? So there's a good chance, because we're gonna need like 15 of them, give or take, because they can be duplicates. It's gonna take over a year. I'm only at 2, like, a little over a month in. And we're taking almost, like, max capacity scouting. Without realistically scouting every single possible floor. But, I don't know, we've been getting pretty unlucky as well. I'm not sure what the average drop rate would be, though. Do you think of the barbecue pet name Hamburger? Oh, that'd be kind of funny. I haven't been naming that many of the pets recently. You are allowed to name every single pet in the game. We have for a couple of them. We still have a lot of unnamed pets. But yeah, I think that's going to be my game plan. What I'm going to do is farm silver marks until we have enough to get our final pet. Then I'm going to use an EXP booster and do yellow. Just yellow. Just spam yellow. For 15 minutes straight. And then we'll see how much VP we get in that 15 minutes. And go from there. I think that's going to be our game plan. A silver mark grind until we have the final pet. Then we 15-minute EXP boost the silver location, or the yellow location. And then we check over the 15-minute duration, how much VP we get. And that will tell us how much longer we have to grind to go finish it out. Sounds like a solid game plan. Would you like to cast? How long did that turn go on for? That was so weird. Not sure why it stalled like that. Seemed like our turn was over. How many more do we still need? 2 more. You have Taco Bell to eat with nacho fries? Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I did see an ad that they have nacho fries back. I haven't actually been back since they did that. I do need to at some point. The only problem is the Taco Bell is so far away from me. It's not like far. But relative to the average fast food place near me, it's a bit of a walk. I've done it multiple times before, just an inconvenient walk. At least it helps get off some of the pounds from the food itself. A Taco Bell is over an hour drive away from you? Oh gosh. That reminds me of how it was when I used to live in New Jersey. They only in the last like 4 years, like 5 years or so, like after I left the area. Because one issue I had with the area that I lived in like in my childhood a lot is there was no taco places anywhere nearby. Then a small taco place opened, but it was kind of overpriced and not really worth it. But then we finally got a Taco Bell like 4 or 5 years ago after I've already completely left the area. And that Taco Bell got so much business because it had almost like no competition for tacos. So yeah, that's crazy now. But now if I was to ever want a taco place while in that area, it is like a 5-minute drive away. Though it is about as far as a walk if I was to walk from my current location. So I guess the walk is still not ideal. It's only like a 5-minute drive. Whereas before, if you wanted to get to a Taco Bell in that location, it legitimately was like an hour ride to get to a Taco Bell. But it went down from an hour ride down to like a 5-minute ride. Which is one of the reasons I think they even built it there. There's just no taco competition in the area. And now they hold like a monopoly. Catch you later, Andresia. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, wait, did we just full miss with wand? That doesn't happen too often. Gosh, I'm about to switch that yellow team, like, right now. You could use it right about now. What are you doing, being 2 mana off? How's there no extra turtle anywhere on that board? Oh, maybe that wild card was the 4-color one. Oh no, he transformed! When did he do that? Oh, there we go. Oh wait, that's not enough damage, wait! There we go. What a weird fight. Yeah, let me double check. How far are we on silver marks? I feel like we're almost there. We should be like 150 or less. Hey, Trippy's ready. How far are we on PvP shop? Oh no, we still got like 200 to go. Yeah, that's the game plan then. We farm 200 more silver marks. We then use a 15-minute booster, EXP booster, in the yellow location. Testing how much VP we get in that 15 minutes time. And then we judge from there what we need to do. Seems like a solid plan. Yeah, throw that down. Poke him. Poke him round 2. Apparently double poke. But double poking power. I just realized our gem stack's almost 22,000 again. Poor gem stack has seen better days. I'm not sure why. There's not a lot of Taco Bells in a place like New Jersey. There's a ton of pizza places, a ton of Olive Gardens, and a ton of a few other things like that. But for whatever reason, tacos aren't that popular. Like, you'll probably see, like, at least 100 delis and 100 pizza places per every, like, one taco place. Maybe even more than that, now that I think about it. Might almost be like a 500 to 1 ratio. But it's definitely at bare minimum 100 to 1. Oh no, some changes aren't as popular in other locations. Or not even that they're not popular, it's just they don't get built for some reason. For reasons I do not know. Alright, what do I need? I will take Giant. Still got a few more annoying ones to get through. But then we're actually going to VP farm, which is something we haven't really bothered doing. Normally I've been Silver Mark farming. We've never really just sat at a location and just farmed VP. Normally my goal was always to get more marks. This will be our first stream where we actually focus VP, I guess. Well, first we gotta finish the Silver Marks though. Then we'll go focus on the VP. Too bad, I mean, yeah, too bad you can't get like a small amount of Silver Marks for doing that. It's like an all-in kind of thing. You either chase them in order to get the extra Silver Marks or you get none. I really wish you still got like a small amount passively beyond just the daily amount. Like if you take the wrong location, you get like 5 or something. You know, something small but more than nothing. Like you still get like 1 Silver Mark per fight essentially. Because that would have been kind of good. Because it really decentivizes you from, if you still need Silver Marks, from going off of the path. Even though it gives substantially more VP. But it gives substantially less Silver Marks. And by substantially less, I mean literally 0. Oh, that's funny. His split damage actually killed. We didn't even need the scroll damage. I kind of keep forgetting nothing even has a split damage. It's really good for getting rid of barrier because the split damage applies before the skull poke. So if anything on the enemy team has barrier or removes their barrier. There's actually another troop that has that same mechanic, Inferno King. Inferno King has a scatter damage and then a skull spam. He technically has a double convert, whereas that thing doesn't. But yeah, it's one of a couple troops that have it. Inferno King and him are the main two. Which now that I think of it, they might be the only two. It's a decent mechanic because the split damage gets rid of all barriers. But unless I'm forgetting one, those are the only 2 troops in the game that have it. Inferno King and Onyx Giant. Do we know if we're going to get live PvP? No, but I'm hoping for it. They're doing a lot of PvP updates this year. And they said something very distinct in the previous patch notes video. Because they're starting to do this patch notes video again. But they said that the PvP system that they're going to be rolling out will take about a year. And I recall them mentioning a long while back in relation to PvP updates that if they were to ever add live PvP to any degree, it would take them about a year to get it done. So it seems very interesting that they specifically mentioned that it would take about a year. Because that's a very particular amount of time they've mentioned before in relation to PvP. So they haven't actually said that they're going to add any form of live PvP. But they kind of said it without setting it. So I don't know, we'll kind of see. Like, it hasn't been confirmed. But their wording implies it pretty heavily. Yeah, I'm really hoping for it. It's something this game's been needing since, like, day 1. I think they're finally implementing it this year. It might be set up a little bit more like a co-op than necessarily a PvP-like thing, but honestly, I'll take anything. Whatever they do with it. And obviously, it's going to be a very select game mode. Obviously, it won't be replacing the bulk of PvP. Like, what we're doing now will still probably be, like, the good majority of PvP that you'll still do. But there will likely be some kind of live component PvP for some exclusive rewards. Because whatever currency they put there will probably have to be its own separate currency. So they're definitely going to add a new one whenever they do. Otherwise, people would abuse the system to farm it too much. If it was anything too useful. It'll be useful enough that you need it, but it won't do everything. I don't know, we'll see what they end up doing with it. Let's see, because there's going to be a lot of ways to abuse the system unless it's co-op. Which is what they ultimately did with it in their other game, which makes me think they might do it that way for Gems of War. Because if they made it PvP in the literal sense, where it's player versus player, and there's some kind of currency attached to it, like, there's going to be a lot of throwing and abusing of the system in order to farm whatever the resource is. But if it's something like co-op, you can't really abuse the system as hard. Like, you still can, but, you know, you actually have to, like, try winning. It wouldn't just be one side throwing and the other side trying to win. It'd be, you know, all participants trying to win. Which makes even more sense because the alliances system implies that you're going to be working with other people rather than fighting other people. Which seems more like a co-op thing than a PvP necessarily. It would still be PvP in a sense. Like, you can still do co-op while having it player versus player. As in, whoever does the best in their instance wins. Like, the most loot. So you're still up against other people, but it's more of a co-op thing. Like, it could be 4 people all fighting the same kind of series of fights. And whoever does it the quickest or the most efficient or whatever else they have it scored by ends up getting more points or something. So it's still PvP in that sense, but more co-op in a sense. I don't know. It depends how they end up implementing it. But I do feel like they'll implement it pretty similar to Puzzle Quest 3. Hopefully with 1,000 less bugs, because gosh, was that buggy when it first came out to Puzzle Quest 3. I think they've resolved it by now. But gosh, was that a buggy mess when they first added co-op to Puzzle Quest 3. I think like 2-3 years later, they finally resolved most, if not all, those bugs, though. So they probably feel safe enough to bring it to Gems of War now. How would they do co-op in this game? It would most likely be like a battle race. Like, it could be a series of, like, multiple waves of enemies. And whoever kills them the quickest gets the most points or something similar. The way they did it in Puzzle Quest 3 is... everyone was doing damage to the same units at the same time. But I'm not sure if you could really implement that in Gems of War the way that they implemented in Puzzle Quest 3. Like, they can implement similar, but it'd be hard to one-to-one it. Because in Puzzle Quest 3, you were fighting... It was 2 to 4 people fighting the same unit at the same time. But it'd be a little bit harder to do it with how Gems of War system works. Because it functions quite differently than how these kind of battles work. And there's also currently no mechanic in Gems of War where you replace the team with another team. Whereas Puzzle Quest 3 already had a mechanic like that in literally every fight you ever do. Whereas currently there's no instance of that in Gems of War, where a fight of 4 battles goes directly to another fight of 4 battles without any loading screen in between. Because while you have a lot of that in Gems of War, it's loading screen between each one. Like, they're all separate instances. It's not all the same instance of fight. Because we'll fight a 4 here, and then we go into another 4. But the other 4 is a completely separate instance from the previous 4. Oh no, we'll have to wait and see. I do feel like they're going to go down more the co-op route than PvP, but it'll still have, like, a PvP element to it. Like, you'll still probably be competing with other people during the instance. But it'll be more like a PVM kind of situation. Where it's more like who PVMs the quickest. Compared to other people at the same time. Which will still be a pretty cool concept. And probably the closest thing we're ever going to get to PvP realistically. Because I feel like there's going to be too much abuse if they add like a literal PvP system. It'd just be way too hard for them to probably balance, so they're not going to bother. I don't know, we'll find out in the next year. I'm pretty sure every PvP patch we're going to be getting in the next, like, 5 years, all coming probably next year. Based on the fact that the last time we've gotten a PvP overhaul was 2016. Which was, what, 7 years ago? This is probably the last big PvP content we're getting for a long while. After this year. Alright, how much more silver do we need? Not that. Hey, we're getting there, though. 4,000 more. Actually, technically 3,000 more. We're almost there. I didn't even think about that. Just in me getting my silver marks, I might already get enough points. I was even putting that into consideration. But I still need to get 130 more silver marks. And in doing 130 more silver marks, we might actually get all the VP we need. Which would be kind of funny if that does happen. It was not the intention, but I didn't really think that we would actually get enough. But at the current rate, we're kind of getting enough that way. Like, by the time we get 750, we're already going to be at almost our goal. We'll probably still do a 15-minute XP booster, though, on the side. Why'd I do it like that? I should have just kept egressing until they were in kill range. Ah, there we go. Oh no, the revenue for Puzzle Quest 3 is definitely not bigger than Gems of War. I have no clue what it is, but it has to be something absurdly small. Like, I'm not sure how Puzzle Quest 3 is still alive, to be honest. I'm not sure how big the mobile player base is. But if you compare the Steam player base of Gems of War compared to Puzzle Quest 3, Puzzle Quest 3 doesn't even exist. I think they're at like 40 or 50. It's something absurdly small. Obviously, most of their player base is likely on mobile. Though so is Gems of War's. Like, most people who play Gems of War are playing it on mobile version. Even though the Steam has some pretty good numbers. But no, Gems of War definitely makes more than Puzzle Quest 3. I don't see any world where it doesn't. Unless they have some mega whales in Puzzle Quest 3. Which, based on how the economy of that game works, it is possible they have some mega whales. Like, we're talking like tens of thousands. Like, literally dropping a car on the game. Levels of whaling. Because you actually need that for all best in slot. I'm not sure how much they've tweaked it since like 2 years ago. But I know at launch, if you wanted best in slot for every class, we're talking upwards of $10,000 easy. Possibly even over 20,000 if you go unlucky. And that's over quite a duration too. That's over months. You can't even like buy it all at once. Which Gems of War actually staggers purchases quite a bit as well. It's one good thing kind of about it is you can't like over whale in either game. Like you can, but like similar to Gems of War, there's a limit to how much you can do on a lot of the better purchases. Like you can't just buy like the best offer ever like 1,000 times. Normally it's only like 1 or 2 that you could end up getting of it, and you have to wait till it rotates back around again. Yeah, in Puzzle Quest 3, it is a lot easier to buy the end game. You can't really buy end game in Gems of War. Like, money can help you get there, but it's not going to get you there instantly. Like, you actually have to play the game. And there's a lot of things money still can't even buy in Gems of War as well. Like, resources and unlock-wise. That are literally gated behind actually playing the game. One of the most notorious for that is probably the Horde Mimic. The Horde Mimic cannot be influenced by money at all. I guess partially if you don't have a good Explore 12 team, but honestly it's not that hard to get together Explore 12 team. But at least mid-game and late game it isn't. Early on in the game it might be a little bit hard. But once you get a little bit later into the game, it is pretty easy to get a team that can consistently quick kill Explore 12. And that troop is completely locked behind actually playing the game. There is no money method to unlock the guy. There's actually quite a few things in the game that are like that. Or it's completely gameplay locked. And I like rewards like that in games, where you actually have to earn it, and it takes a decent amount of time. Because it feels more rewarding when you actually finally get it in the end. Especially knowing that people can't just bypass it with money. I still feel like Horde Mimic might be one of the longer grinds in this game. Like, even the very annoying, like, all under Spire troops, I feel like that's still going to be a shorter amount of time than how long it takes to get Horde Mimic. Sweats nervously in whale. Oh no, I feel like whaling in games is pretty fun. I would just never have the money to do so ever in my life. And even if I was to come by a lot of money, I don't feel like I would do it. Though I have spent a bit of money on some games like way in the past, and it definitely feels really good. Like the amount of power creep you can get like so instantly with money in some games is a lot of fun. But it loses its novelty really quickly. Also, a lot of people just don't have the money to be doing that. Including myself. Let's see. It's pretty fun to do, though. Like, I understand why people do it. I just would advise not doing it most of the time. But, it is pretty fun to do. Alright, you need to go down already. I would love if you didn't devour my win condition. That would be great. Luckily, we have a second win condition, so it doesn't really matter. Coming from the guy who bought the year VP in Puzzle Quest 3. It was only like $100. Honestly, $100 for a subscription for a game for a year isn't too bad these days. If Gems of War had an equivalence of it, I would probably do it. Assuming it also gave you, like, some of the season passes. Because if it was just, like, $100 for some kind of small buff or something, I probably wouldn't do it. But if it was $100 and included, like, all the season passes or something at the basic level, which you would already be spending, like, 60 or 70 on per year anyways, like, I would do that. Like, it was basically every basic battle pass for the whole year, plus a few other benefits. I would do that for $100 a year. Because we're already doing at least that much for, like, the season passes almost. Because they do one, what, once every 11 weeks, so it's about 5 a year. Which is, $50. So if they had a 100 version of it, I guess that could be worth it if the extra rewards were good enough for it. Only 100? I don't know. Most game subscriptions are higher than that these days. Though some aren't too bad. I know Old School RuneScape, that one MMO, I was actually surprised how low their membership is. When they have special holiday offers, their year-long membership is only like 60 or 70 bucks for a whole year. And I think they're adding some kind of new payment plan next year too, so you can do multiple accounts. Which will actually come out to be substantially cheaper. Like, more money than that, but, you know, substantially cheaper if you were to do multiple. Oh, so I've still been playing that game on the side. Actually, I still am right now. I've been meaning to cover a bunch of guide videos. This is something I've been meaning to do with this channel for a while now. And we have covered some. Actually, I think some of the most viewed videos on this channel have actually been Old School RuneScape videos here and there. I've been meaning to cover more. It's still a pretty popular MMO. It reaches peak ever concurrent literally like a month ago, which is kind of funny. It's like a 2-decade-old game that's just been constantly updated. They're actually adding a pretty fun Hunter update next year, too. That will probably stream. Honestly, we should go stream the game a little bit more. I should mostly just cover more guide videos on it, though. I haven't since, like, we got back into the game. Like, it's been several years and we haven't. Really should, though. Let's see. Speaking of which, Gems of War video on the Diamantina should be, or not Diamantina, Stellarex should be hopefully up tomorrow. Speaking of videos, guide videos I've been meaning to cover. Definitely got to get the Stellarex out before the end of the year. And at this point, it's going to be our end of year video. Not Lester. Tyrion did give us an idea for one other one. But I kind of want to save it for not the end of year video. I feel like it would be better as a little bit of just a standard guide than an end of year video. Our end of year videos literally just could be Stellarex at this point. And hopefully some more people by now would have it, though it's still quite a grind. Pretty sure most people are still a mile away. We got really lucky getting it literally day one with perfect RNG, but obviously not everyone got that lucky. Like, if I got unlucky, I actually wouldn't have even had enough resources to get it when we did. Yeah, we'll take the blue over. Get a little pokety poke. PlayStation Plus is $160 now per year? Oh, wow. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Some consoles' yearly membership is absurdly high, though you do get a lot of benefits from it. I think the one for Nintendo Switch is only like 20 bucks a year. And if you have a family plan, it comes down to effectively like less than 10 bucks per person. Which I think it comes out to almost like 8 bucks per person, maybe even less than that. Actually, Isabel would know. I think she's paying for it. But it comes out absurdly cheap if you need to get multiple people or multiple different accounts onto it. But I know for single person, I think it's only like 20 bucks a year for the basic package. They have a bigger package, but the only thing you really get from it is like a couple emulator games and a few other things that you'd already buy the DLC for anyways. That's not really worth it. It's more of a gimmick than something that's actually useful. But their standard thing is only like 20 a year. Yeah, it's only 40 for 8 people, so yeah, that's like $5 a person. That is super cheap for a yearly membership to something. Hey, that reminds me, I'm still losing like $10 a day, a year to Pokemon Home, aren't I? I barely even been playing a Pokemon this year, and in order to keep my Pokemon in Pokemon Home prison, I gotta pay like I think it's like $10-20 a year. I forget how much it is. It should be free, but they charge it as a small service. I almost feel like canceling it just because of how rarely I use it, but if I cancel it the day I'm actually going to need it, it's going to be like, oh, I need to go renew it. Well, I say prison because unless the most recent Pokemon game has them in it, you can't actually use them. So a lot of Pokemon just stay there forever. I also tend to use a fresh Pokemon every single time I go to a new Pokemon game. So very rarely am I bringing like a whole team of like past Pokemon from my previous games. Like even though I have access to doing so, I normally just use, you know, the new ones. Very rarely will I bring over like a whole team of 6 from the previous gen. Because a lot of times they're just over-leveled for the content as well. Because they don't really have level scaling anything other than competitive Pokemon. Which I don't understand why they haven't done that yet. There hasn't been a storyline in any Pokemon game in like probably over a decade, unless some like Gen 5 to 7 did it. But it's been like over a decade since anything in the storyline in any Pokemon game has ever scaled to your level. So you can't just bring back like your favorite Pokemon that are already maxed from like previous games. Otherwise, you'll just completely crush everything by spamming the A button. Okay, we'll take that one over. Because I know when I did all the DLC the other week, we didn't use a single Pokemon from Pokemon Home. They were all things we caught from the actual game itself. Not a breeder then? Oh, we do a lot of breeding in Pokemon, though not in the most recent game. I hate how breeding works in Gen 9. If I'm going to breed anything ever, it's going to be in Gen 8. Oh yeah, I always go for perfect IVs and EVs. It's pretty quick to do that in any new game. Like the whole team that we ran during our DLC was all EV and IV maxed. As well as bred with correct zeros, like if they needed 0 speed or 0 attack. It was mostly 0 attack, because casually you don't really need 0 speed for anything. That's only competitively for Trick Room teams, pretty much. Okay, we'll take that one over. Though 0 attack is always useful in Pokemon that don't use attack. Due to a couple moves that, for whatever reason, do damage to you based on your attack value. It's a very dated mechanic that really shouldn't exist in Pokemon. Because it's really annoying to do sometimes. It's mostly annoying to get Legends and Mythics with 0 attack. Breeding a Pokemon with 0 attack is actually really easy. But getting it on a Legend or Mythic is really annoying. And they still haven't really added a proper mechanic to do it easily. Which is very strange that they haven't after so many years. It's weird because they, like, partially support the competitive community for that game, but also don't even remotely simultaneously. Because there's still some things that are super clunky. That are really dated back to the roots of Pokemon that they just never have bothered changing that really should change. I don't mind the IV-EV system, though. I just feel like there's a lot of tweaks that they could do to it to make it better. Pokemon Legends Arceus was actually a pretty good example of it, too. It's probably the chillest that the IV-EV system ever worked in the game. These IVs and EVs still were present in that game, but it didn't really affect gameplay as much as it does in the mainline game. Oh, what do we need here? Oh, you needed to die there. Oh, let's take the other one. Oh, wait, I had alignment. I should have went for it. Come back! Okay, there we go. We're fine. Oh, we're almost about to gain a level. Actually, we're definitely going to gain a level because we're about to run an EXP booster soon. We're running an EXP booster as soon as we hit, what are we aiming for? As soon as we hit 750 silver marks. We're going to do a 15-minute EXP boost in yellow area. And after that, we should be good to go. But yeah, I don't think I've bred a single Pokemon since, like, last year. Actually, you know when one of the last times I've actually bred one? We did a stream in, like, August of last year. Not this year, last year. We were breeding a bunch of Pokemon on stream. I think we got, like, a shiny Squirtle and one other one. Oh, I think it was Dratini. A pink Dratini. So we got, like, a Squirtle and Dratini because I was doing some to try to bring over the Pokemon Pearl when we ended up doing that playthrough. Because I wanted to have some shinies for it. But, I think that was some of the last things I bothered breeding. It's been a long time since I bothered. It's a bit of a tedious process, but I do find it enjoyable. It's really relaxing. Though in most games, it's just walking around in a circle. Actually, honestly, most shiny hunting in every Pokemon game ever has been just walking around in a circle. But there are different versions of walking around in a circle. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Which is probably why I hate the most recent Pokemon game's version of shiny hunting. Because it doesn't involve you walking around in a circle. It requires more steps than that, and it makes it a lot more annoying to just going in circle. Let's see. What do we need here? Okay, we need one more fight. I'm still kind of disappointed Gems of War doesn't have proper shiny hunting. I feel like that would have been such a fun mechanic. Like, if you could just... almost like how gnomes work. Where you could just find, like, a random shiny in your battle, and if you killed them, you get, like, a shiny token towards that troop. You know how much fun that would be? If there was basically a random gnome, but it wasn't actually a gnome. It was just a random shiny on the enemy team. And if you killed them, you get a token. You know, the shiny token relative to whatever troop that was. Like, that'd be so easy for them to implement. It's just another gnome, in a sense. I don't think they ever will, though. But I wish they would. Even if it's as rare as, like, the verse gnomes or something. That'd still be an extra several shiny tokens every week. On top of what we get now. Alright, also, even if they only drop shiny dust or something, that would still be okay. But ideally, a whole shiny token would be nice. How much more silver do we still need? We are... Oh, actually, yeah, we're pretty much gonna reach it without even needing the other thing. How are we doing on silver? Yeah, I didn't even think about that before we started this grind. Just me silver mark grinding is already going to be enough VP. I think I'm still going to run the 15-minute booster just for the sake of it, I guess. But I don't really need to keep track of it much because we're already going to be there. We'll still have to do a bit more PvP tomorrow night because whoever we're trying to compete with right now might pass us. But, yeah, just going for our silver marks tonight seems like it's already going to be enough. We're pretty close to enough. Your thumb still hurt from biking in circle and Sword and Shield? I don't know. I much prefer that over how it works in the most recent game. The biggest issue with the most recent game is they tried to make it more AFK by making it less AFK, which is a very bold move. Like, getting your eggs is more AFK than ever, but hatching the eggs is less AFK than ever. So that's just like a really weird in-between, where they made one substantially more AFK, but then the other side of it substantially less AFK. Which just makes the whole process really clunky now. Because now if you want to actively farm it, you still have to AFK. And if you don't want to actively farm it, you still have to do the very annoying hatching process. So it's like the worst of both worlds. Because getting the eggs was never really the problem. It was more so the hatching part, yet they made the hatching part even more annoying. Also, I would love if we just didn't randomly lose this fight. I'll take that, because I don't want to skull him. Ah, he still got a skull after all. He didn't go for it, though. Oh, he just one-shotted my guy who was silenced, because he just triple damaged anything silenced. Actually, if he does that again, we actually lose. Because he'll be doing that on our other troop. Also, how are we almost losing this fight? When did that happen? When I wasn't looking. What do I need here? Take a red. Yeah, where did it all go so wrong? Should be a pretty autopilot team. As we're about to die to a house. Oh good, it didn't target the right one. Alright, 3 more. And on to the next section. Yeah, I am curious what Gems of War will ultimately do next year. Because it does seem like they're really going down the PvP route this time around this year. But you know they're going to be doing some updates that aren't related to it. And now that we're actually going to get preview videos, it's going to make them pretty hype again. I really missed when they used to do that every update, and it seems like they're doing it now. Though this isn't the first time where they kind of tease starting to do them again, and they just stop doing it out of nowhere. But hopefully this is them officially doing it every single update again. I really hope it is. Because those were some of the most hyped things ever when the game first came out for Gems of War. Because for about a year, like the first year of development, they had a preview video for every single update ever. Even some of the smaller ones. And it seems like they're doing that again. And hopefully it'll continue it for forever because, I don't know, it just makes every update a lot more exciting. A patch notes that just says everything that the patch does, just it doesn't hit the same than actually seeing it in game. Why is my wand so inaccurate tonight? I don't think I've ever seen my wand miss this much in such a short duration. Our non-extra turn rate has never been higher. You don't think we'll see another video preview in a long time? Really? I sure hope we're going to get them as a regular thing again. Though there's been a couple times where it seems like they were going to start doing it every patch again. And then just stop doing it out of nowhere. So it wouldn't be the first time. But no, I feel like they would actually start doing it regularly again. Even if it's not every patch, I feel like they'll do it at least for the more major ones. Like, I feel like next patch they might not do it for. But I feel like the patch after next patch they would do it for. Okay, we'll take this one. Where are we running? Ah, Stellar Rex team, nice. But yeah, they have been pretty inconsistent with doing preview videos over the years. Yeah, they're always fun when they do come out, though. So I'm not sure why. The most recent preview video was actually privated on their YouTube channel, too. They didn't even have it on the public side of their YouTube for some reason. For reasons I do not know. Actually, I think it's still not even posted on their public side. Though I haven't rechecked it recently. I know initially it was privated for some reason, though, even though they posted it on all their social medias and everywhere else. But they didn't post it on, like, the front end of YouTube for some reason. It is kind of surprising they haven't utilized YouTube for more things. They used to utilize Twitch in the past, but they also don't do that anymore. But that was mostly Salty doing that. Their community manager. Because no one else on the dev team has really bothered doing anything like that in recent years. As long as they start up the videos, it's way better than if they do Twitch. I do have to say, I do miss the Salty streams. Oh, hello, Genki! Welcome, welcome. Speaking of streamers, hello, Genki. Yeah, I do feel like they're going to do more with Shiny Key soon. They already confirmed, well, not confirmed, but they did say at one point they're going to be adding it to Legends and Mythics as well. There's currently no Legends or Mythics that are shinyable right now. It is currently exclusive to Epics and below. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think any common has it either. So it's only from Rare to Epic. There are currently no, commons, no Legends, and no Mythics that are shinyable. Is Salty still salty? Salty's definitely still salty. What do we have here? Look, yeah, we're gonna hit our ladder without even trying. Maybe I will just run Dust Devil off stream again. Unless we just do it tonight. But yeah, just going for silver marks is already gonna be enough. I only need another 30, which is 2 more sets. I don't know, maybe we'll still run it for PvP. Because you're still gonna need a little bit more VP, I think. I know it's gonna be pretty close. The Salty Fight Club. We actually used to do that too. Like fighting random PvP teams with random PvP teams. It's just a lot more harder to balance in the current state of the game. Because the meta is just absurd right now. Across the whole game. Because that's one thing Gems of War has kind of lacked over recent years. We haven't really gotten nerfs in a long time. Like, their way of rebalancing is just add hard counters. But then that just keeps power creeping. And it doesn't fix the things that are too powerful, it just adds counters to the things that are too powerful. And then just keeps power creeping upwards. And now we're just power creeping up to the point where, like, every team's infinite loop. And any team that isn't is just so weak. Like, nearly any mythic that comes out that has no extra turn potential is almost dead upon arrival. With how much power creep there is now. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. We're getting a new mythic this Friday. It is going to be the first Friday of the month. I didn't even check to see if it was any good. We'll check it tomorrow night when we go over all the spoilers. Because I don't even know what it is. I'm not sure if I've peeked at it yet. If I did, I don't remember it. Which means it's probably really bad if I have seen it already. Because generally if I don't remember what the mythic is, having seen it, it's probably abysmal. Though I don't think I've ever checked it, so I wouldn't know. But normally if I forget about it after checking it, it's because it's so bad it's not worth remembering. It's Yasmin's Chosen, but purple? Oh yeah, that's okay. Wait, what's his secondary effect then? Because Yasmin's Chosen's secondary effect is Entangle. What is the purple one's secondary effect? Enchant? Though we just got a Mass Enchanter, so I don't feel like it'd be Enchant. Oh, it's probably Terror. Wait, are they immediately adding a Terror option? Oh, it's Web. I guess that's not horrible. There's not too many good Webbers in the game. Compared to Entangle. So it's probably going to be stronger than Yasmin then. Because there's so many better Entanglers than Yasmin. But there's probably not going to be that many better Webbers than the new trip that's coming out. Like there's Web Spinner and a few other things like that. But those are true damage, not physical damage. Also, Weaver isn't really something you would consider as an infinite loop troop. It has extra turn potential, but isn't a looper. Oh no, we got Blighted Lands. What a horrible one to end on. That's what we need to go finish out the pet. How are we doing on ladder? So close, it's so far. But, I guess we'll go clear this out and then go farm a little bit more VP. I'm just gonna take the weakest fight you have every time here. Blighted Lands is probably the most annoying location we have to do that isn't one that we're skipping. As far as this week is concerned. Like, it isn't that bad of a category, but it's also far from ideal. Like, that was obviously decently quick. It's not always that quick. The team starts to fall apart really quickly if anything on it dies. Catch you later, Supernova. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, Blade of Lands is pretty annoying. It's always been a pretty bad kingdom. Quite a bit of lack of synergy. It's kind of weird given that the whole place is Daemon. It's not the worst synergy of any kingdom, but it's definitely pretty bad. I feel like the kingdom restrictions are always going to be more annoying than the troop restrictions. Because, on average, there's far more synergy within troop types than there are within kingdoms. Which seems so weird that that's the case, but it is actually the case for most things. It really shouldn't be, but it is. Let's see. You're behind in the stream. You don't know why YouTube keeps doing that. Did Tasser remember to friend Lester? Yes, we did. I don't think he's done anything with that friend yet, but, we did indeed friend him. The action has been done. Wait, did I ignore your super chat? I actually didn't even see the super chat. Wait, I actually legitimately didn't see that. Wait, I can go check it. Wait. If I click on, I think YouTube has an option for this. If I go to fan funding, I can see every single super chat that happened. Oh, no, I read it. I thought you sent a different one. No, I read that super chat. You said, Tacit really added me on Steam, exclamation point. And you gifted 69 pence. So I'm pretty sure I could have guessed that number regardless if I'm looking at that or not. Unless you did a second one, in which case I do not see the second one. I only see you confirming that I added you. And I mentioned that one at the time. Unless you sent a second one, in which case I don't see it on my end. It was the only one I've seen you do all thing. And I did acknowledge that one at the time. I definitely did. I did very briefly over like a course of a second or two. But I did mention it. What do we take here? We'll take that one over. Did I do the giveaway for the membership? I still haven't figured out how. Oh no, I can try YouTube's front end, I guess, real quick. Let's see. I'll do like one tonight if I can figure out how to do it, and then the rest tomorrow night since it's New Year's Eve. Oh no, I can go try. I'm gonna go to YouTube's front end real quick. Let me see. Because I definitely can't do it from the back end. Alright, where's the front end of YouTube these days? Alright, here's my PvP video. Mute that. No. No, that's all the PvP teams. No, don't play. Don't play an ad. Don't do that. I need that money, but don't do it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my channel. I'm looking for my live stream. I'm looking to mute it again. I'll leave a like on my stream because why not? Let's see. Let's see. Alright, I found it. So super sticker, super chat, membership, and members gifting. I'll click on the gifting. I don't see a free option. I see numbers that I can do. I can buy 50, buy 20, buy 10, buy 5, buy 1. Also, thank you, Lester, for a bunch of the gifts. Thank you, thank you. I don't see a free version of it. How do you do the free ones? How do you do your monthly free ones? Unless you can't send it to yourself. Which makes sense. Because I see no option to do it that is free. Let's see. I know I could test Genki stream later or something. But yeah, I see no way that I can gift it to myself. I see not a single option there. So I assume you can only do it on other people. Because I definitely can't do it to myself. Oh no, Genki, were you able to do it on yourself? Because I see no option that would allow me to do it on myself. Unless I'm clicking at the wrong spot, but I do not see one. Oh, maybe if I click on it and then it'll bring up a different prompt? No, it's bringing me to a payment thing. No, don't click the PayPal button. Let's see. You can only gift free memberships to your own channel. Well, where is it then? Is there a different menu I gotta go to or something? Let's see, unlock membership only perks? Maybe if I do this one? No, that's just joining my own channel. Are you actually able to join your own channel? Super sticker, super chat. Yeah, I see no way that I can do gifts for free. Maybe in the back end? Do I have to enable it in my back end on YouTube? YouTube Studio. Let me go check real quick. Oh no, where did you end up activating it? Let me go check my back end. Is there like a tab here for like subscriptions? Let's see, let me check my earn tab. What is this? No, that's just a shop if you want to add a shop to your thing. Watch or memberships. What's under here? I can also check how many members we have. We currently have 37 members. Thank you everyone who's joined. The number has actually gone up in recent times, so thank you everyone for continued support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. There are 37 total members as at this current moment in time. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it. I do not see it anywheres. Yeah, thank you all 37 of you who are currently supporting the channel. Greatly appreciated. Anyways, let's go back to battling. We need our silver marks. Where were we? We'll take the... What do we need here? Take the little bit of poke. Also, I need to go double check. Actually, I could have done that while I was on that page. Should have actually while I was there. I need to check how many extra emojis I can add. Because at 37, I think we can add a few more. Because I normally have thresholds for how many people you need following you or, you know, supporting you at a given time before you can add more emojis. Oh, read Bill's message? Where is it? Oh, wait. My thing just went away. Let's see. Eligible creators can gift their 10 free memberships per month during a live stream or premiere. Click the dollar icon within the live chat. Select membership gifting. Okay, let me double check this then. Alright, we'll do every step that you say here. Click dollar icon. Checked. Okay, I clicked the dollar icon. What do I do next? Let's see. Then select membership gifting. Problem. My tab doesn't show anything that says membership gifting here. It says super sticker. It says super chats. And then nothing. There's not an option for membership gifting, so I can't do step 2 of your 3-step plan. I have literally no option there that says to do so. Am I not eligible? I feel like we'd be an eligible channel for that. But, I don't know, do I have to enable it, I guess, maybe somewheres? Because I did your second step, and nowhere does it say membership gifting. It says super sticker, super chat, and close menu. Not a single one of them is membership gifting. Which is why I always assumed I couldn't send gift to myself. I'm not eligible? Why am I not eligible? I don't know, maybe I need to go do it somewheres then. I'm not sure why we're not eligible. Oh, you had that problem with Chrome? Oh, true. I am on Chrome. Maybe it's just not supported on Chrome. I wonder if it works on Internet Explorer. Oh, wait, but I'm not logged in on Internet Explorer. Well, I'll need to go do that later, I guess. This is the only other browser I have on this computer right now. So I guess I could download Firefox or something. Because right now I just use Chrome, and I never bothered uninstalling Internet Explorer, which is now called whatever it's called these days. I have no clue. I still call it Internet Explorer. You know what I'm referring to. Whatever that awful one is that no one uses. It's literally used just to download Chrome or a different browser. I still never bothered uninstalling it, so I still have it installed. But yeah, it could just be that it doesn't work on Chrome, because I only use Chrome these days for most things. What do we need here? I'll take our convert. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the other thing. Gosh, I'm missing a lot of things as I keep going to the other menu. Wait, let me just scroll back up. Oh, thank you to Ton for the 5 gifted, Jason, as well as Alex for the $3 donation as well. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Sorry for missing that. My bad, my bad. Let's see. But thank you everyone for the continued support. Really means a lot. Helps out a lot. And is greatly, greatly appreciated. As ad revenue has been really down this year. Like, really, really down. So might need to find a way to start making more money with the channel. Been pretty casual with the channel lately, but we might need to start cracking down. I don't think we'd ever bother getting sponsorships, though. I'm personally kind of against doing that. However, there are other ways that we can start trying to make more money. And I think we're going to need to start implementing some of them next year, because ad revenue has been more inconsistent this year than it has ever been in the history that I've been doing YouTube. So we need to diversify. Let's see. What do we need here? What do we even take? Also, it's kind of funny. We've actually been losing subscribers the last several months as well. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's not Gems of War people leaving. It's mostly because we've covered guide videos on so many other things that we don't cover guide videos on anymore. That we gained a lot of subscribers from. So we're mostly bleeding those subscribers. Which I just find kind of funny. Okay, do we have enough silvers now? We still need a little bit more VP. Obviously, we're going to go do that. But, yeah, we can finally do it. Let's go do it. Okay, let me just double check. Is this dog the only thing we're missing? Let's see. We go to unowned. Where's Doggy? Where is Doggy? Yep, there's Doggy. We do not have the top drog. Let's see. Yeah, it's always fun hanging out with you guys every single night. Always been very enjoyable. That's why we've been doing it for so long. Actually, we've been streaming like every single day pretty much for like 7 years now. Or a little bit higher than that. Pretty consistently. Obviously a few days we miss here and there. But for the most part, every single day. Alright, let me go get this pet. Make sure we don't click the wrong one. Confirm silver marks to purchase the top drog. And there we go. We've gotten every silver pet this week. And we did it one day early this time. So all of tomorrow we'll be able to go gain excess silver marks. Alright, well, let's go get the last of our VP then. Oh, we got yellow as well. Ooh. I'm tempted to run this EXP booster, but I really don't want to farm for another 15 minutes. So I think we're just going to get our last bit of VP. I'll run the EXP booster off stream later. And we'll go from there. Alright. But this should be the last section we need, I think. Because how many more points do I need? I only need like 300. So within 5 fights, we should be able to get that. Especially if we take some of these higher ones, which we definitely will with this easy of a team. You just got Bladed Lance twice in a row. Ouch. It's almost as bad as our double giant Stormheim Giant last week. That was awful. It was probably the worst chain I think I've seen yet. The Giant's not the worst out there, but it's definitely not a decent category. It's far from being in like the absolute worst category. We still haven't even seen some of those truly, truly bad ones yet. Like Pure Giant looks like a easy one compared to some of the awful layouts we'll have later. Like Sword's Edge is one of those super awful ones. One of the few that are just abysmal to ever run. Because they don't really have good options at all. You always watch the ad at the beginning because that's how we get money. Well, thanks for that. Yeah, I try not to put ads in between on streams. I think it is auto-put on my videos. But I make sure I don't roll ads during streams. Or at least during the stream. I'm not sure if they run after the fact. But at least during the duration of the stream, they don't run midway through. Just so that the stream is never, has hiccups in between of random ads. Also, ads are really long these days on YouTube, too. As I've been watching a bit more YouTube on the TV, and I think when they changed their system about a month ago, they changed how the auto ads run now. So sometimes you'll have to watch like a whole ad or two before you can even start skipping the ads, and it's really annoying, especially on TV, because that little number in the corner, it will look like you're about to be able to skip an ad, but then actually you can't, and then it runs like another ad that you can't skip for like another 10 seconds. It's really weird. I'll take that one over. Yeah, you do get money from the ads. It's a pretty small amount of money, but adds up pretty quickly. Like when I mentioned we'll probably only make like $1 or $2 from the stream, that might sound like a very low amount. But if you, like, add up every single ad across the entire channel, across, like, every single month, it adds up to be a lot very quickly. Not, like, a lot. Like, obviously, we still make not even minimum wage. But, it adds up more than you think. It's still very low. Your 2-year-old has learned how to skip ads? That's funny. They're learning young. Gosh, I'm not even sure if I want to have kids. Like, I both do and don't. I feel like raising a kid in current day would be, like, the hardest job to ever have. Oh, no, I would kind of want to do it. But, I don't know, I just really have the spare funds to do it. Like, I do not have the spare funds right now to start a family, that's for sure. Unless my partner has, like, all the funds to do so. That is very unlikely. What am I looking for here? Do we still have it? Okay, we're done with yellow. I think we just need one more category. Hey, we got giants. Honestly, I don't mind giants that much. Ever since we've been running this exact team, it's not that bad. It's not that good either, but it's not that bad. It's just an adjusted version of the Baldur team we were originally running. But that one adjustment just made it so much more convenient. I always viewed this mythic as a really bad mythic, but in this particular context, it's actually insanely good. Just due to our lack of options. It's not because the mythic's actually good, it's just our other options are that bad. That in comparison, the mythic is good. Oh, what do we need here? Or doubling. I still feel like if I was to ever had kids, I would not let them have phones until like 18. I'd be like one of those kind of parents. I might get like more lax on it at some point and be like, once they get to their angsty teen years, just let them have it when they're like 13 or something. But I don't know, if I can try, I would probably not let them have a phone until 18. I don't think that would realistically work by the time I have a kid, in whatever modern day will be by then. But I still feel like I would. Kind of keep them from having anything like that for a while. I wouldn't bother homeschooling them, though, I don't think. Like, the public school system should be fine enough. Yeah, that is going to be mission impossible. Especially in their teen years. Especially if you have multiple kids that are all in their teen years. Like, that would probably be the most insufferable, like, 5 years of your life. Not for them, but for you. Or for the parent. Like, having 2 or 3 kids that are all in their teens would be an insufferable 5 years. And slightly longer. Oh, what do we need here? We'll take a yellow. Grab the other yellow. You'd cave in during the toddler years. Oh, no, I still feel like I would wait at least until like 8-ish. If I was to still do it, like, super early on. I don't know, I pretty much went without a phone until like 18 and was perfectly fine. Actually, I literally had a business phone at one point before I even had my own personal phone. For a job that I had in later part of high school. Oh, so I think we just got our VP unlocked. Yep, we are officially 3rd place. There we go. It's only with 24,000, and some of you are looking like this. How on earth are you 3rd place with 24,000? But yeah, our bracket's actually that easy. Like, I think some people's 3rd place is like right here. But yeah, we somehow managed to do it with 24,000, so I'll take it. And tomorrow night we just secure our 24,000 because obviously this person is probably going to move up slightly. And as long as we are at least 3rd by the end of tomorrow, we can basically have a free deed book. So might as well. This is what our basic grind already would have done for the silver mark, so let's do a little bit more tomorrow and we're good to go. And that's probably the game plan then. Also, there's still someone in my bracket that's done 0. How's that even possible? They moved up 2 weeks in a row and then proceeded to do 0 this week. Guess they burn out a little. But yeah, we'll make sure to do that grind tomorrow. I highly doubt they're going to pass us immediately unless we're in the same bracket. But oh no, we'll see tomorrow. Might have to do a few thousand, might have to do 0, might have to do 10,000 plus. We'll find out later. Because we really won't know how much they do until it's time. But anyways, guys, I don't know, is that everything? I think we might end it here for now. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow. Main game plan is go over a ton of spoilers, as gosh, are we having 1,500 things happening next week. Beyond that, yeah, finishing out PvP. Whatever grind we have to do, we'll go finish out under Spire. Pretty much finishing out everything while going over the billion things happening next week. As the next 2 weeks are going to be absurdly busy for Gems of War. So we have that to look forward to. Honestly, all of next month's pretty busy. Because we have a lot of events happening next week, a lot of events happening the other week, then a Vault event weekend, then another Vault weekend like 2 weeks after. So very busy first month of the year. Actually, last year was like that too. It was an absurdly busy beginning of the week. Yeah, there's 2 Vault events, 2 weeks apart. Yeah, I did see that. I saw the event calendar. They posted it today. We went over a little bit earlier to stream. We'll be going over it again tomorrow, pretty much at the beginning of the stream. We're not going to cover a separate video for it, though, but we will be going over it in its entirety during the stream tomorrow, right at the beginning. Probably one of the first things we do. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Also, Happy New Year soon, Sam. New Year's Eve. So I'll catch you guys for the actual New Year's Eve. We won't be streaming all night tomorrow. It's probably just going to be an hour or two to stream, pretty much as long as tonight or a little bit shorter. And yeah, we're just going to do a pretty standard stream, but we'll have a bunch of codes to hand out tomorrow night for New Year's Eve. Though we'll be handing out the... Oh, wait, I just realized I don't have a special code. I only had one for Christmas. Well, I'll hand out just a few normal codes then. Because I just realized I don't have any special codes to go hand out. I only had the one Christmas one. I don't have like a special like New Year's pet or anything else to hand out. But nonetheless, we'll still be streaming for it for a little bit. Go from there. And I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's if I don't see you by then. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.